Hey, what's going on, guys? Snow rep in this video, finally. So, I hope you don't unsubscribe after listening to my business bullshit rap track, the previous video on this channel. And by the way, for those of you who could possibly, if you ever like that, then our cooperation with Dr. Pi is on the go. So here is our mailing lists, and hopefully Dr. Pi's part is coming very soon. Well, at least he already sent me a draft, and that's fucking really cool. I really love that, but we just need to remaster it slightly a little bit to make it even more perfect. So the full version of the Code Monkey King featuring Dr. Pi business bullshit rap track is coming very soon. And until then, even though that business bullshit sucks, it doesn't really mean that we don't have to work. And like freelancing is always good when it's really free. And that's the reason why, by the way, the reason for one of the reasons of recording the previous track was actually to celebrate kind of moving from Upwork to YouTube in terms of finding a source for making clients on freelance. So it's really nice basically. Okay, somebody has subscribed, great. And yeah, thank you, man. Hidden if you're watching this video, thanks for subscribing, man. I really appreciate that. Sorry, just delete this. Okay, so what I was talking about, I completely forgot, but not just forget that. So in this video, we're gonna be I'm gonna show like the daily routine, daily work of a freelancer specializing in web scraping. So in one of the previous scraping videos, not the rapping, but the scraping videos, we did create an on the market scraper to extract data for some machine learning purposes. You can check that video. I'll probably put that in the description below this one. And as I was mentioning there, I was going to send the code to my client, which I did, and everything apart from slightly minor bugs, it was just fine. But that's normal. So I've been fixing them along the way, and now it's kind of almost perfect. Apart this last one little thing here. So my client is sending me this log file produced by the scraper, and the problem here is that here is kind of too many redirecting errors, and the problem is that the page that is being generated by my scraper doesn't exist basically, and that's the reason for redirecting to the original base URL. So I have no idea, to be honest, why this happening, and we need to find out basically. So if you're interested, let's actually start debugging our web scraping code now. Okay, so it's time actually to find. Oh, sorry, there's lots of tracks that I've been using for those rapping stuff in previous videos. Okay, but now we need to be serious because it's a paid job, and this is this is the serious stuff. So I'm going to the OnTheMarket scraper, to the spiders folder, and yeah, I don't remember which one exactly in particular did we do. Probably commercial rent. I've made a little bit more scrapers, as you can see here. Oh fuck, my video disappears for some reason. Always on top. Okay, so no matter basically which one to file to consider, because they all are literally the same. So I'll probably try this one, the commercial rent. And what do we need here? So I need to find the total pages. Yeah, total pages. Let's just try to search for that. Total pages. Okay, here it is. So if self current page is less than total pages, in that case we actually need to yield another recursive, well, it's not really recursive, to yield another response that follows, so yield another HTTP request that would be crawling the next page. And you see here, like, this next page variable is created dynamically. So yeah, and in order to create this this kind of next page URL, so well, let me just basically demonstrate you that. You know, like, I've been checking this out for a while during when I get the initial email with the issue arising there, and as far as my client had only sent me this kind of part with oh my god, where is this? Oh, sorry, it's our top secret, guys, our business bullshit track with the Dr. Pies with the Dr. Pies words. Okay, so my client did send me basically only this redirecting errors, like pointing out that the page number generated is not really that right, and it goes up to 47 if I'm not mistaken. So let me just try to find this error. Next. Oh, sorry, it's not the next, it's the new. Okay, is there a shortcut for search find next? Control G, Shift Control G. Okay, so I need to find previous. Okay, so maybe just, yeah, and now find next. Okay, and like this. Okay, so here we're starting, so up to page number 47 for some reason, and it goes with this. So, you know, like, I will now just try to test with the given postcodes to make sure that the page number is not going above there. So probably at some point the counter of the current page is not being reset correctly. So that should be the reason of why this happens. Okay, but still, okay, just copy this and go into commercial rant and OnTheMarket spiders. So here I have the post. Oh, it uses the postcode districts. Okay, great. So I will just rename this file to something original. Okay, and now I'm creating a new file, postcode districts.csv, and I will pick just the only one in here, just to crawl only this kind of code, and that's it. So that's the way how I'm supposed to keep tracking of the current page and the total pages counters. So I didn't yet invoke terminal, right? So okay, we're on the market, spiders, and I've chosen the commercial rent. Oh, let's try commercial sale. They're the same, but I just want to work with the initial version first. Okay, we don't need this original for now. So okay, now I invoke my terminal in the current working directory, and by typing python 3 commercial sale.py, I'm invoking the scraper, and now I'll be looking at the current page along with, what the hell is going on here? It's not working. This is now really strange, to be honest. Okay, let's just try to check this. Let's try to check this link if it actually does contain some sort of a data or not. Well, it doesn't contain any data. Well, this already explains something. Okay, so let's try basically, let's try this postcode instead. So I need to try, okay, so here was 2 pages. Here it growls slightly bit too slow because the settings of download delay and the concurrent requests are limited here. I could have basically get rid of that during the debugging process just to make this then slightly bit faster. I would probably do this just not to forget to bring it back after all. Okay, so it seems like it has been crawled 2 pages successfully without any issues. Yeah, I guess so. So let me just try to see the initial link. It has been crawling through, so here it is. And then there would be the page number 2, I guess. Yeah. And page. Okay, this is still. Okay, this was the page number 2 refer, but where is the very first one? I'm just wondering. The initial call. Okay. So is this the only result here? Just wondering. No, it's not. So, okay, page number. Page number 1. Yes, it's asynchronous, so it's not really. Okay. Okay, probably here is, yeah, here is the initial request. Okay, so the page number has been increased correctly, and then the refer should be, oh, still the page 0. Okay, here is the page 1, so it's just asynchronous, that's the reason. Okay, so yeah, it seems like, let me just have a look at the output. So it's not the residential, and this is the commercial, so kind of 2, yeah, it seems like the 2 pages here, and the data seems to be just fine. Okay, so what I can claim based on this experiment is that basically it seems like that the current page and the total pages are just kind of fine. So when we're dealing with the only postcode, even though we've picked up the one from the log that didn't actually succeed to be that great. So let's actually try to find out somewhere in the code where the page, which is the inner params, inner string query parameters of the scraper is being changed. So when I'm talking about the page, so I'm talking about these parameters, which would be converted using url encode, and the page would be actually changed there. So let's just look for url_lib.parse URL encode. So the very first time we're going for this in loop over the postcodes. Okay, guys, I'm sorry, just something's happening to my nose. Let me just clear this a little bit. Sorry, guys. Sorry for this shit. Okay. Oh my god, fuck. Yeah, I should have paused the recording, definitely. Okay, so this is the first one, and the second one we're going when crawl the next link page. Right, so only 2 results. Okay, and also I'm wondering, where do we change the self dot params and the page itself? So seems like the only way, the only place we're doing this is when we create a next page link. So this is kind of a counter that being incremented regardless of anything. So we're making a call to crawl the next page URL, and we're calling the parse links function again, and we're incrementing. So okay, let's imagine this scenario when, yeah, I know it sounds like a detective story, but that's the way I debug the code I've written, basically. So let's try to think logically. So imagine that we did crawl the very last page. So in our case it was 2 pages, right? It was just 2 pages. So after so the page was equal to 0, and then it equals to 1, basically, right? And as far as self current page is not less than total pages, so the total pages is equal to 2, right? Here it was equal to 2, I guess. Equals 2, right? So the 2 pages there. Okay. But hold on a sec, do we have the current page? Why do we have it starting from 0? Oh, it's just, yeah, I should have, when I'm printing this, I should have just print like current page plus 1 to be more precise, but that doesn't really matter that much. Yeah. Yeah, I should have added this, okay, just plus 1. So it would, when it crawls the very last page, it would actually tell us that the page 2 of 2 pages. This is it. But on the real deal, so page was equal to 0, and this is true, and then page is equal to 1, and this is true because 1 is less than 2, the total pages. And then it was when the total, then the next page. So okay, let's try to print this. So print, let's have a couple of new lines and say page, right? And I just want to say self dot params index by page. So I guess there would be the page equals to 3. Okay, I'm not sure that happens. Okay, page equals to 2. Oh yeah, not equals to 3, but yeah, page equals to 2. Yeah, and we didn't get here anymore. So well, this is actually the behavior we're supposed to have. So I'm just wondering how. Okay, so if in this logs we add a page equals to 47, right? Does that mean that, so if it actually did crawl, okay, so if it did try to crawl, so if it did generate this next page link, and then he actually did yield this response, even though ended up being redirected, but still. So the current page was actually less than total pages, while the total pages number for the total pages number for this particular postcode is definitely not 47 but only 2. So let me just try to show you that. Okay, so just copy. Okay, oh, Dr. Pi. Okay, guys, sorry, just need to read Dr. Pi's message, hold on. Okay, sorry guys, just Dr. Pi was wondering about how exactly to... So we're working on our collaborative rap track business bullshit, so I just needed to answer him, sorry for that. So, let's get back to our scrapers actually. So, page number 47. So I have 2 versions, so I have 2 kind of ideas. So the first one might be that the total pages might be wrong here, but if I just try to make this I'm just wondering, are these links actually generated with within this exception or not? It's not really easy to understand that, so okay. This is really strange. So how it goes to page. Okay, so let me just try to have another basically trick here. So if I just try to take this postcodes and just try to have several of those to run over. Okay, maybe that would actually showing something. Save. Yeah, as far as you can see, it's not that interesting apparently as creating a new scraper from scratch, but still this kind of stuff that I'm doing now is basically like kind of 100% of the web scraping job here. Fixing the issues, fixing the bugs, yeah, and making it perfect. And this is actually what the client is really paying for. Yeah, it's not like for the initial code. Initial code is not really that much worse, but make it perfect just to fit the client's needs. That's the very most important part there. Okay, so let's try again. Okay, now it's scrolling really faster. And okay, I'm just wondering about, so here he had 4 postcodes, so let's try to search for out of. Okay, so hey, I'm just wondering, it seems like it does increase. I'm not sure, but it seems like it does increase basically. This counter, the self current page, or how we call this, self current page, yeah. Well, that's just an assumption, but still. Okay, let me try to find the exceptions when where is that? Yeah, here. Print couldn't okay, couldn't not parse to pages. Save. And what is this one? Oh, sorry. So let's try to run this one more time. I'm just wondering if it does actually throw some exceptions or not. Okay, so BA 68. BA 68. Okay, so this is the very first one. Great. So that's the first one, and out of four post codes. Yeah, that's just fine. Oh, so just okay. So this is the out of is not what we need. Is actually the post codes count. Okay, so this is just fine. And this one, can I search for this kind of thing here? So 1 of 2, 2 of 2, 3 of 4. For which one? For this SW8. 1 of 2 for BL9. 2 of 2 for BL9. Well, I guess it can just limit the login slightly a bit. So try to see this. Okay, just I just want to see only the sensitive information that is printed by the scraper, not by the scrape itself. Okay, so but why it doesn't really? Oh, it's because it's login. It's not printing. Okay. No, it does print actually. Oh, this is really getting strange, guys. To be honest, why? Okay, so maybe I just also want to bring the postcode. Is it available? Okay, postcode. Save and okay, let's try to run this first. I have no idea why in one case it does print this debugging information and in other case it doesn't. It seems like a random stuff. This is slightly strange, to be honest. So couldn't parse tool pages for SP4. Okay, is this gonna be the same every time? I'm just wondering. Okay, it's the same. So let's have a look at this SP4. It's probably no pagination here, or if it is, I will be really surprised. No, this is right, so no pagination information here, so just the only page, which seems to be just fine. Okay, this seems to be just fine, but why it doesn't really kind of print this info? Okay, can we print? Okay, so where do we get this? I'm just wondering if it can print the debugging information just before, or it would just fail to. Oh, hey, hold on a sec. I guess here is the problem. Okay, if I just try to print child process next page, and we want the is total pages available here? I'm just wondering. Let's see the self. Oh, guys, I just I probably have just understand what's going on the hood. Okay, self current page. Yeah, it seems to be like that. So save. Commercial sale. Let's have this one more time. And this time, for some reason, he couldn't parse the total pages for PA68, which is unclear to me, to be honest. And he didn't fail, actually. Okay. Let's try again. Okay, and also here I would like to print the postcode. So just to keep track of which postcode in particular result in the current pagination handling. Okay, so PA68. Okay, 2 of 1. What the hell is that? So couldn't parse all pages. Okay, so what I can see here is that actually, for some reason, you see this? Yeah, so the self current page is being updated completely wrong. It's being updated regardless of what exactly? Oh my god, regardless of so can every next time it's been updated. Okay, so how is this supposed to be to look like? PA68 SW8. No, it's not the order, but so I need to reset the next no, I need to reset the current page. So it's the current page is being incremented here, right? But this supposes that okay, so probably we need to reset, say here else reset. I'm not sure, but let's think. So if current page is less than total pages, then we're yielding another request. And otherwise, so otherwise is this case when it's actually bigger, right? So do we need here to reset it, or just, I'm not sure, or just set into 0 back, or just decrement by 1? Yeah, no, yeah, it's the imagination is needed here just to try to act like a debugger. So, okay, so how it goes. Self current page. Yeah, so the problem here is that it's being incremented regardless of whether this request is yielded or not. So imagine like there is no other pages to crawl. Okay, so if there is no other pages to crawl, then we need to reset the current page back. Okay, so we need to say self dot current page equals to 0, right? Yeah, I guess this is it. So let's try again. Okay, no, still it sucks for some reason. Okay, but it looks better. So S before 101, SA0, SA, SWA24, 101, 202. Okay, SWA304, so SW204, SW304, and this is wrong, right? So B19 starts to be 402, which is strange. But no redirects still here. Oh, maybe just because I'm not printing them. Okay. So it's better, but at some point. So what do we need to do if the current page is actually bigger than the total pages? Oh, so probably we need to reset this with the next row, right? So I guess here we can say simply else self dot current page equals to 0. Save. Oh my god, still. But okay, hold on a sec. It's just it's probably because I'm printing this current page plus 1, right? So let's try elif self dot current page greater or equals, right? Yeah, if it's greater or if it equals the total pages. Right, total pages. Yeah, in this case we need to reset the current page. Okay, come on. Oh, else if. Sorry, in Python we need to say elif. Okay, yeah. Okay. Oh fuck. Still, this one. This one. How this happens basically. call this exhausted pagination, right? Or pagination exhausted. Okay. Why is it printing this postcode? Couldn't parse. Okay, so the postcode is printed. Where's the postcode print here? Somewhere in the main here, right? Well, I think this is just now kind of fine. I guess, yeah, I guess. But hold on, no. So let me just remove. So we don't need this one anymore, right? So we did actually reset the pages here. Oh, here it is, here it is, here it is. So, and yeah, so try again. So yeah, he prints this pagination exhausted just after this shit when, yeah, the current page is bigger than total pages. I just want to find out if, so why the postcode is printed. I just have no idea where this postcode is coming from. Does it come from here? We just check. Oh my god. Probably I started getting that basically. Oh no, it's all just kind of fine. A part of yeah. Probably happens due to the asynchronous nature of twisted internet library behavior that SCRAPY is based on, I guess. Pagination exhausted. We don't want to bring this, so we're not coming here. So okay, so probably in here, even though we don't get it here. So the current page was incremented. So I guess here we actually need to decrement this by 1. Save, right? If I ever hit this part of code, yeah. Because say this works and something other doesn't work and it just accepts, so we just need to bring the current page back, decremented by 1. Okay. Okay, so we're resetting the current page to zero if the total pages is 1, so the next postcode iteration, or well, I just thought that resetting the current page each postcode is literally enough over here, but it turns out that it isn't, basically, for some reason. Okay, so let's try to print this again. Okay, so this postcodes are coming from. So why is there a new line? I'm just wondering. Oh, that's because. Okay, so that's the reason. Okay, these two new lines. So the postcode regards to the previous part, and if we just wanna ask if the pagination is actually being exhausted. Yeah, so we get this pagination exhausted when the current page is bigger than total pages, and then we start moving back in a normal way. Okay, so this seems to be working more or less fine now. Well, at least I hope there won't be that error that being described over here. Well, I'll send this to my client and we'll see how it works, basically. And okay, so we don't need this stuff anymore. And okay, this one is fine. So we don't need this one as well. The very last thing I'm wondering is actually how he avoids. Oh man, yeah, it seems like, so when the current page was a bit kind of too much, yeah, and he didn't yell the request, and he basically just did finish this parse length, and then he goes over the next postcode. It should have actually reset the current page, but for some reason, maybe it just, well, I'm not sure, to be honest, guys. I'm not really that sure, but I think, well, at least I hope that this should work. Okay, so I just want to make one last test apparently. So I just want to simply say like page and also the postcode. And here we're saying self dot current page. Well, basically, no, let's try to see self params page. Params index by page. And what else? Yeah, and the postcode. Okay, now let's track this. So postcode SWW W8. So page 1. Okay. Page 0. Page 0. Page 1. 2 of 2. Okay. Page 2. BL9. Page 1. Page 2. Yeah. And it's not yet to the very end because it prints only when it fires, basically. Okay, so now I'm satisfied. So yeah, it's slightly a bit mysterious for me why exactly. So probably why did we need to reset the current page here within the pagination crawling logic, because I thought that's just fairly enough to do this once when looping over the postcodes, but for some reason, probably when we're trying to increment a page and then something throws an exception, and or I don't know, well, for some reason, just the truth is that we had situations where the current page was actually bigger compared to the total pages, so we didn't need to handle that as well. So that means that the pagination is exhausted and we need to reset it back. So, you know, guys, I understand that it's kind of demystifying something you thought regarding CodeMonkey King, yeah, and his coding skills. But you know, like, I just wanted to show you, not when I'm, you know, like, you're making the web scraping tutorial, you feel like you're cool and you know what you're doing and all this stuff, like you're teaching. But you know, like, I just wanted to show you how actually I work in my routine working days. So this is how it works, basically. So I'm just spending time to find these bugs. I don't understand some mysterious things as well, so just don't really have an idea why exactly this is happening. But yeah, you're the judge, basically. So, you know, like, I'm making this video just to show you that I mean you and me, so you guys and me, we're absolutely the same. So we're struggling while debugging our code, we're looking this shit and like, man, did I write this fucking shit? Oh man, it seems like I did. And you don't really want to start it from scratch, rewriting all the logic. You just want to fucking fix it. You just want to fix it so it would work properly. Doesn't matter if yeah, it's not maybe the best ever way out there, but that's how it happens in the real world, basically. So it's not always perfect. So I hope I didn't disappoint you guys, so by sharing this process of how I'm debugging my own web scraping code. So the next video probably it's coming the sold houses regarding Zoopla. Just a very similar video as we did with the sold houses on Rightmove. So I didn't yet start writing that code, but I guess I'll make another video on this, well, probably today, maybe not, well, we'll see. And yeah, so that would be something more that you used to already on this channel. Okay guys, so this is it from my side, and I hope you enjoyed. Dr. Bio, just like in the rapping. Okay, so until next time, and take care.